Good afternoon, fifth hour biology A students. And let's go over what we're going to be doing today. Mr. Jones will be filling in for Mr. Petit today, and it will be pretty simple for you to follow along with what we're doing. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to watch an organic versus inorganic video that I created that will help you understand some differences between molecules at both the macroscopic and atomic molecular level. After watching that presentation, you will build a set of notes in your notebook, that'll help you identify materials that are organic or inorganic. So that is going to be the first task that we do. Mr. Jones can pause this video right now, and then what he can do is come back to you after you've completed task one, which is basically watching this video and then completing the notes. Okay, so now after you've completed the notes on the organic and inorganic video, you should complete the form. So a form is over here. Simply complete that and submit that, and then you are done with that particular assignment. Now, after we've completed the form and we have our notes taken care of and we're all set with that, we can start with our ethanol burning evaluation. This particular evaluation is worth a test grade, so it is a substantial assessment, and it will definitely help you if you put your time and energy into it. It can help your grade because it's not your standard quiz, but you have time to work on it and also get some feedback from me as well. So let's open that up and take a look at that and see what we're going to do. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to complete the slideshow of ethanol burning. So I'm going to open that up and show you what that looks like. You've seen these slides before. You understand a lot about how they work and so forth. But with this one, we have some new, some things that we have not been using. One of the first things that we're going to take care of is the energy. So we have some energy cards up here that we kind of deleted in some of those other slideshows that we worked with, but now we're going to be using these. So you're going to be dropping these cards where you think they go in terms of whether or not they're on the left side and when the reactants, or on the right side in the products. Keep in mind that the demonstration is shown here. We have a picture of the actual aquarium with the ethanol burning up there to help you understand that. And over here, consequently, what it looks like when it's done. So this should help you with these things. Now, with the molecules, you're going to be, again, copying and pasting these molecules. I think most of us know that ethanol is a reactant, and so we're going to drop that down right here, and we know that's going to be one of the key things that is on the left side. Here is something that is a little bit different on this slideshow than in the other ones, though. Most of your slideshows, it was really simple. You used one of each molecule. Well, that might not work so well over here with this one because we have to make sure that the equation is balanced. In order to make sure that it's balanced, we might have to use multiples or more than one of these molecules that are over here. To demonstrate that, I can see that if I have ethanol as a reactant, I know for sure that carbon dioxide is being produced. It's something we've been talking about a lot. So I'm going to take that carbon dioxide molecule and paste it over here. Well, if that was the reaction, I know I have problems because I only have one carbon atom on the right side, whereas there is two on the left side. We need to adjust that, so I'm probably going to need another carbon dioxide molecule on this right side. So I'm going to have to drop down another one to balance that out. Now, as we can see here, now I have 4 oxygen atoms, and again, you can start typing these numbers in, and I have 2 carbon atoms, but this doesn't make sense with over here. I only have 1 oxygen atom. Well, I don't really need another ethanol. What do I need to put on this reactant side? So you will then obviously choose the correct molecule that needs to go on the left. And again, you just simply go back and forth until you have the correct number of molecules and all the atoms are equal. Mr. Jones can possibly help you with this. If you get stuck, he can kind of give you some hints or ideas. But for the most part, I think most of us should be able to do that. And again, don't forget to put your energy cards down as well. So that's how you will tackle this particular task. When you are finished with the Google Slides, you then go back to the second part of the assignment. And the second part of the assignment is the explanations tool. And I'm going to go ahead and open that and show you what that looks like. So the explanations tool, the very first task is to draw a picture in your notebook. And you can insert this picture tonight or when you get home by taking a picture with your smartphone and simply saving it to your drive and then inserting it where it says insert picture of Bill here. What do you need to have in this picture? Well, now you should know, based on the Google Slides especially, you should know what's going into the flame and what's coming out of the flame. So you should have a pretty thorough drawing showing what's going into the flame, what's leaving the flame, and any other molecules that might be involved. So that will be your first task. So a good drawing there that goes into that. That'll eventually be photo taken and then uploaded. We have some 1 to 2 word answers for most of these questions that are in these boxes here. Again, just simply looking at your slideshow, looking at what happened with the reaction when we watched the demonstration yesterday and answering those things. The energy situation here, again, we're trying to figure out what kind of energy is on the left-hand side of the reactants, what kind of energy is on the product side. Okay, this table follows the same thing. Anything on the left is reactants, anything on the right is products. When you're finished with this, when you're finished with the first page of this, you then have your final explanation. And this is what I really am going to look at when I'm grading this assignment. You need to have 3 paragraphs that are going to explain how matter moves, how matter changes, and how energy changes. When you're doing these particular paragraphs, make sure you include evidence. So you can use, for example, you can use the mass that was in our demonstration yesterday. We looked at the mass and recorded it right in our bill, as you can remember. So that is something that is important that could go into one of those sections. So you could actually record, whether or not matter was gained or lost by whatever substance it was. And again, that can help you. You should also know what molecular changes are occurring and what macroscopic changes are occurring as well. What do you see with your eyes? What do you know from those Google slideshow in terms of how molecules are changing? So that is something very important. And then obviously the energy component is huge too, because now we have some actual energy that's being converted or changed. So that's what you would do last. This assignment is due on Thursday, and you will be allowed to work on it asynchronously in class on Wednesday as well. So if you have any questions or you want to get some feedback on it, make sure you let me know when you're completed so I can give you some ideas. If you want to submit it early, that is fine. I can kind of give you some feedback and then shoot it back to you so you can make any corrections that you need to make. And then the final submission is obviously due by Thursday. If you have any questions about any of these tasks, feel free to send me an email as well. And good luck with everything. And thank you, Mr. Jones, for helping out today.